Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our review of Dewey Wins, Steven Universe Season 5, Episode 5.
The first episode in how many months?
6 months, but almost 6 months.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, Steven's back home. He has a falling out with Connie, as we saw in the New York Comic Con trailer. You know, she's very upset that he just turned himself into Homeworld, and Steven just kind of brushes it off. He's like, okay, fine, don't give me the praise I deserve. And he finds out that people are pretty mad at the abductions and that Mayor Dewey did nothing about it. So Nana Wow runs against him, and this is the first time Dewey has ever been opposed, and it does not end well for him or Steven.
No.
So, initial impressions, guys. Because I could go on and on about this episode for a bit.
It was okay.
Was that Tom?
It was okay.
No. Yeah, honestly, I liked it. I thought it was a good introduction back into it. I was kind of peeved at how Connie reacted until you guys kind of explained it to me. I kind of saw it from her side. But I'm still a little peeved about how she reacted.
Let's talk about why.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Steve was just trying to save her and everybody else. And also, she's like an 11-year-old. Why would she want to, like, risk her life? But that's just my thoughts and opinions. I don't know.
Isn't she like 13 by now?
Should be 13 by now.
Because she said 12 3/4 at Steven's birthday, which that was like a while ago at this point.
What if Rebecca's like, no, they're 20? No.
Connie graduated school a long time ago.
All the jokes landed for me. I love Mayor Dewey as a character. He's funny.
Oh my god, Mayor Dewey. So, the status quo dramatically changes in these episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Mayor Dewey's no longer mayor.
No, not by the end of it.
Oh god,
Boy,
like...
Dewey.
Which is that the episode called Mayor Dewey? Or?
The episode's called Dewey Wins.
Oh, it's so ironic.
Yeah, I was saying for a while, it was like a reference to Dewey defeats Truman from like a long time ago. We're at the exact year off the top of my head.
The ancient past.
I don't know dates.
I don't know. I feel
I've
like
never been on one.
we're lonely here at the Roundtable.
Oh lord. But yeah, no, I get where Connie's coming from because, you know, Steven said, you know, whatever we do, we're gonna do it together. And then like when shit hits the fan, he's like, oh god, Mom, bye Connie.
But I feel like for a split second, she could have been like, oh, you're alive. She's just like, oh, you're back. Like, oh, you survived.
I mean,
I
it
didn't
seems
that.
like there was stuff we didn't see on screen.
That's true.
No, okay, yeah, so
That's a little.
that's
weird.
actually something I kind of want to talk about.
Like
I was thinking about that during...
everything was just kind of fine when they were in the temple, and then they leave, and now Connie's just like, all right, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
Like that, there was no indication prior to this.
Well, actually, if you look at the end of Large's head, like when it shows with the group shot, like everyone's like, you know, kind of shocked to see Steven, but Connie, like, she doesn't really like have an initial reaction. Like her mouth's open, but she's not like crying or anything.
Yeah.
And she's like the last one to run up to him.
Yeah. I guess I saw it coming. As for the bulk of the episode, I don't want to say her name wrong yet, but Nanafue. Nanafue, yeah, she's the best. She's the best part of this episode. She steals it.
She's one of my favorite townies.
No, yeah, she's great. I love how they keep consistent with the fact that there's only like 10 people in the town.
Yeah,
There's a joke
it only
where
has 12 views on TubeTube. 12 views? That's half the town.
That line killed me. So yeah, overall.
We need some extras. Just put some storyboarders in there.
Yeah, Ian Jones Cordy appeared, and I actually got him like
I was like, is that Ian? Or,
yeah. He's appeared multiple times throughout the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just seeing where Connie's coming from, like, I definitely get that. And, like, you know, Lion was also mad. And it goes to the thing they're talking about recently on the podcast this week, on the official Seniors podcast, that Connie has a stronger connection to Lion than Steven does.
I think that's kind of bogus.
Why?
That makes me mad.
Why?
Because, like, Lion is Steven's. When did Lion become Connie's?
A bit, and, like, Lion,
If
too.
I was Steven and I had, like, a magical lion, and some girl, like, took it from me, I'd be mad.
It's just some girl.
Yeah.
Not my best friend, just some girl.
I don't know. He cured her blindness, man. Connie
Man.
owes him.
Girls are a lion sink.
Back to the episode.
Man, that joke
But no, something I wanted to talk about that, you know, I didn't really vibe with is the opening. Like, Steven reunites with the jumps at the end of Large's head, but like they skip over the actual reunion. Like, it just cuts him walking Connie home. It's like, okay, let's not actually watch him reunite with his family.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, he was on, like, him coming back was so important.
Yeah.
And like we don't really know like what he told the gems or anything. Like, did he tell them like what happened on Homeworld? We didn't really see their reactions to it. Like, and I feel
It seemed like a cop out, kind of. Like they just kind of were.
like, do the gems know about like what happened at the trial that like Zircon accused one of the diamonds of shattering Pink Diamond?
Yeah.
Do they know about the off colors to know that like Lars is pink now? Because you know Steven was kind of explaining it to Connie when he was walking her out, but then it's like, so he didn't tell the gems? Like, I get that Steven's the kind of person to like not fill people in on things that happen. Like Peridot didn't know that Jasper and Lapis was used in the ocean until Super Robin Island, which I didn't get because how did Peridot just not mention that the entire time?
Yeah, no, that's good.
This is one of the situations where it's like that. It's the difference between like being consistent with his character and bad writing. And like for as much as I enjoyed this episode, that was just the one thing they could have added to make it like just a bit better. It's not like, oh, okay, this ruins the entire show, but it's like, are you saying the Gems didn't ask about Steve?
Wait, are you criticizing the show?
Am I?
We're losing subscribers.
I'm a fake fan.
No. I feel like especially like just the gap we had in time probably affected it. I wonder what it's going to be like in a rewatch when it cuts from that episode to this episode.
Jarring still?
Yeah, still. Like, I wonder if it'll be more jarring.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were in that house for 6 months.
Yeah, they got pretty close. Overall, it was a good introduction back into it.
Yeah. Nana Flau, her speech at the end.
Yeah, no,
where Dewey was like, "Why are you all blaming me?" Basically.
The moment when he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I gotta find a new job," and then just walks away. And I'm like, "That's it? That's how they end his character?"
Yeah. But no, like Nana Flau's speech about like, you're right. We shouldn't not just blame the mayor. We should blame all of our ourselves. We're like one big like unified thing. Mm-hmm. Like just everything about that was really good. The art animations episode, it was animated by Rough Draft, the less favorable of the studios. So like the art was like somewhat not bad.
I liked it.
It was just kind of like a bit janky at some scenes, but overall,
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, I like the hands.
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying it was just a bit janky.
I get that.
Overall, it was. I think it's an improvement of what we had before with Rough Draft. Something that I noticed was the scene where Steven texts Connie.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can't hang out today." It was like, buddy, I don't think you're on the grounds to say that.
Yeah, that was too much. I don't know. Steven's never talked to a girl.
Yep, just never in the series. It's not like he lives with women or anything.
Genders don't pertain to
I wouldn't
Gems.
even say that. I think he's just kind of socially isolated.
Oh, definitely.
Because like he didn't go to school or anything, and like Connie's like the first person his age that he's actually interacted with, as far as we know.
True.
But I still feel like at this point you should have a better grasp on his social skills.
I mean, he's friends with everyone in the town, though.
Like in the world of the show.
That's a bit of a different relationship, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like in the world of the show, it's like it's been like 2-3 years since like the very first episode in the world of the show. So that's like 2 or 3 years he's been friends with Connie. So he should have like a grasp on this by now. And it's not like he'd never talked to the townies before he met Connie. Like they established he was already like friendly with all the townies. So it's just, all around it's just kind of like.
But you wasn't texting them like, "Hey, you want to hang out today, Steven? Oh, sorry, I can't." Like it was a little different than that.
Well, we see him texting them in Onion Gang. He was like texting everyone, and like Lars has like 3 phones. He went through like 3 phones or contacts. But
Steven has a really bad phone, and it bothers me. He deserves a better phone.
He doesn't have a bad phone.
Looks off-brand.
It's a fictional world. But were you acting like we're expecting an Apple logo?
Carly had a pear phone. No, I don't know. Either way, it was a good introduction back into the series, and I liked Steven getting angry because it's usually like he's always like happy no matter what, and that kind of felt fake to me. But now he's like actually getting like emotional and angry, and I'm like, oh, I like this. This is a good.
Yeah, and his voice is deeper.
His voice is deeper. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's really mystery though, because like literally like a season ago, he'd be like, "No," and it's like my ears, ow. But
literally like a season, like the first season, he was like, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like deep, then it went up. Now it's like deeper again.
Eventually, by season 8, it's gonna be Zach Hallis's voice. Just normally.
That's what I want. That's the end game.
I mean, that was when he like grew.
Yeah, that was basically just Zach's voice.
Yeah, with like a little bit of tweaking maybe.
But no, I feel really bad for Steven because, and this is a trend that continues throughout the episodes. No, throughout like the last season, he failed to heal Jasper and help Jasper. He didn't help Eyeball. He got tricked by Navy. He almost helped Topaz. Followed her heart, but then Aquamarine sabotaged that. He didn't get through to Aquamarine. The entire trial, he failed to like protect Lars because Lars died and then came back to life.
Yeah.
But now he's stuck on Homeworld, and now like even Mayor Dewey gave up on him.
Yeah.
And like Steven's like, oh, this is how Connie feels, betrayed, and like.
Yeah. Overreacting.
Yeah. I mean, in the context of Mayor Dewey, I feel like it's kind of you're getting a little too invested in someone else's business at that point because it's not your campaign.
Yeah.
Like you're just helping this guy out of the goodness of your heart, and then he's like, you know what, it's not worth it, and then you're upset because you were invested in it. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know.
Steven, and you can tell he's also like just trying to distract himself from everything by like working so hard with Mayor Dewey. But again, like I feel for him at the end when he's like, you know, we were just supposed to be like our thing. Like I was supposed to help you. And Dewey, and he was like, this is how Connie feels. And Dewey's just like you said earlier, he's like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I need a job now.
That was just funny.
Yeah, and he just walks away. And then the episode ends with Steven looking at the, you know, the frame of Connie and trying to call her. She's not answering his phone. You know, he really messed up. And, you know, I really relate to that. Like, I was getting flashbacks. I was getting teary-eyed. I was like, oh, okay, well, this show's gonna, where's the tub of ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a very emotional stretch of episodes.
Yeah. And, you know, they say, like, they like to do reaction episodes after a major arc. And, like, you know, Full Disclosure was a reaction to, like, Jailbreak and everything. A Storm in the Room was a reaction to the Zoo arc. But, like, really, like, all these episodes are a reaction to everything that just happened. And it shows, like, the magnitude and gravity situation where...
It's an arc in and of itself.
Yeah, where, like, they have to have, like, 6 episodes dedicated to just reacting to it. And this is just, like, the first step. And I really enjoyed it because it was really continuing the trend that was started last season of, like, having the Beach City episodes and the gym episodes kind of, like, intersect. Because, you know, all the rise and Nanofile running was all because of the abductions and Dewey doing nothing about it. And something else I want to touch on that we overlooked was the scene with Lars's parents. Mm-hmm. You know, like Steven told Sadie, she freaked out. She was like, Lars is still in space. And she's like, did you tell his parents? And he was like, you were the practice run. I'm like, whoa, okay, buddy.
That's a lot for a kid to do.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, like, and I'm really sad we didn't actually see him, like, tell them. Like, I was expecting that.
Yeah.
But, like,
I just kind of assumed that Sadie told them, and he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, she kind of did in the crowd. She's like, what about Lars?
No, yeah, and I want to talk about how Dewey... And I think, like, Dewey's downfall, like, the moment it was over for him, was when Sadie was like, what about Lars? He was like, the donut boy? I'll get you a new one. And, like, she goes off on him and, like...
And Steven was like, no, that was the wrong thing to say.
When she's like, she's yelling and she's like, what about Lars? Like, you can't even remember, like, the people who live in your town. Like, you're an awful mayor. And, like, Lars's mom, Martha, starts crying and his dad is just trying to comfort her. I was like, oh my God. Like, I literally, like, not cringed, but I, like...
Yeah.
It was a yikes moment.
It wasn't good.
But it just goes to show, like, the writing in the show was really good.
These politicians.
Lars's parents. I really feel bad for them. But, again, I just wish we saw Steven or whoever, like, tell them, like, you know, Lars is in space. Like, that's a reaction I feel like we need to see, especially, you know, Lars is...
They kind of danced around that.
Yeah.
They didn't mention that the entire arc, really.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, and, like, that's something I'm just kind of, like, like, that's another thing where, like, the reunion and, like, just... We need more, like, actual season conversation to me, because, you know, so... It feels more realistic, like... And I'm not saying these character interactions weren't realistic. So like I said, like the Connie thing, that very much mirrors like a real experience, you know, I've gone through. By not showing like Steven telling Lars's parents, it's like, yeah, that's a really hard thing to do. But I'm sure there are, you know, maybe not just kids, but there are people out there who have to like inform their friends' parents, like, hey, something really bad happened. Mm-hmm. So them not following through with that was just kind of, I didn't really like that. No. But I did like the episode overall.
Good introduction.
Yeah. Good. It was a good like follow-up on things. I think people who waited like 6 months for those episodes and was just like, okay, they better blow us away without realizing, hey, we just had these really big string of episodes. Yeah. Then you may be disappointed, but I loved it.
They didn't make these episodes thinking like, oh, we're gonna have a 6-month hiatus.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a comeback. They just made the episodes in order, and then this is how Cartoon Network decides to distribute them.
Yeah. But as always, these are just our thoughts, and we want to hear yours. So please drop them in the comments below, or you can tweet your thoughts directly to us at AwestruckVox. It's RetroNemo and TommyPQM. If you enjoyed this video, please sure to like, share it with your friends, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. We also have a Discord, official Amino app, and Patreon. Links to everything in the description below. And hey, we also have a yellow diamond and blue diamond t-shirt available in our Teespring. Hit that bell for notifications so you never miss a video from the Roundtable. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And AwestruckVox,
RetroNemo,
and Tom,
signing out.